Hello students, we are discussing still the previously asked questions from the chapter AC circuits. So as this chapter is very important, number of questions has been asked from this chapter. Still there are two types of questions that can be asked. Basically one question is fixed from AC generator and transformer, that I have told you already to study that. And the second thing that second question that is asked already from the circuits, like we have L circuit, C circuit, LCR circuit. So we can just number of questions can be asked from these types of circuits. So let's just see the questions that is asked from LCR circuit and L circuit here. So one question is given, we have CR circuit here in this question. A 100 microfarad capacitor in series with a 40 ohm resistance is connected to a 110 volt 60 hertz supply. So here two three things are given. First of all, let's written it. This we have a CR circuit like this. It is connected in series with some of the AC signal that has that is given that average value of voltage here, that is equal to 110 volt, and you can just write it by EV sum. And this capacitor has the value that is given here, 100 microfarad. So this is 100 microfarad, and the value of resistance, it is equal to 40 ohm we have, and frequency is given, that is 60 hertz here. So first question that is asked, we have to find out what is the maximum current in this circuit. So first of all, to find out the maximum current, here one thing is given, this average value of voltage is given. So let's first find out what will be the impedance in this circuit. So with the help of impedance, obviously we can find out easily the current here. So impedance of the this CR capacitive resistive circuit, that is given by, you know that is Z is equal to R square plus XC square. So XC is here, XC is the reactance of the capacitance. So if we will just put its value, then this will be equal to 1 upon omega square C square, as XC is 1 upon omega C. So it is given the value of F we have, that is 50 hertz. So it means that if you have to find out omega, then this is equal to 2 pi f. So with the help of that, we can find out the value of omega. C is given, R is given. Let's put its value. So if we will put the value of R, that is 1600 plus here the 1 upon omega square, that is 2 into 3.14 into this 50 square into C square. It means that if you will just write it with the help of then this will be equal to 10 power minus 4. So we can just directly write it 10 power minus 8 here. Now after solution, you can solve it by yourself. So after solution, we just got here this value is equal to 48 ohm. Clear? So this is the impedance of the capacitive reactive circuit for the question that is given. Now if we have just find out impedance, then we can find out the RMS value of current by using the formula here, that is RMS value of current, that will be equal to RMS value of voltage upon impedance in the circuit. So RMS value of voltage, that is given 110 volt, and the impedance just we have calculated, that is 48 ohm here. So if we will solve it, then we can find out what is the value of average value of it, and the maximum value of here we have to find out maximum value of current. So maximum value of current is given by you know that IRMS, it is equal to I0 by root 2, where this I0 is the peak value of the current or maximum value of the current. So we have to find out this value here. So I0, that will be equal to root IV. So this will be equal to root 2 into 110 upon 48 here. And if you will put the value of root 2, that is 1.414, and you will solve it, then its value is obtained as 3.24 ampere from here. So first question we have solved, that is the maximum value of current with the help of the properties of the capacitive resistive circuit. Next question, second question is given in this: what is time lag between the current, maximum current and the maximum voltage? So the time lag, it is defined by phi by omega. Simple. If you will just find out the time lag, so this T is defined, time lag is defined by phi by omega. Clear? Means in you know that phi is the phase between voltage and current, and omega is the angular frequency here. So with the help of that, we can easily find out what will be the value of time lag between voltage and current with the help of this. So the value of phi, you know that that can be represented by, we know the value of phi, that is tan phi is equal to Fc upon R. So this is the phase between voltage and current in capacitive resistive circuit. Now we can just solve, put its value of Fc, that will be equal to 1 upon omega c, and here this value is R. We have value of omega, that is 2 pi f. Value of c, that is 10 power minus 4. Value of R, that is given in the question, or 40. I think, yes, 40. So after solution, its value that will be equal to 0.6628. Now we can just take tan table, and with the help of that we can find out what is the value of pi. So the value of pi is obtained, this is 33.5 degree here. Right? Now or you can just convert it into radian also. So if we will convert into radian, then just multiply it by pi by 180. Now we have the value of pi here, and obviously we have the value of omega. So value of omega is equal to 2 pi into frequency. Clear? So here pi will be cancelled out, and we can solve all of the things now again. So after solution, it is obtained as 1.55 into 10 power minus 3 second. So this is the value that is we obtained. Means this is the time lag between voltage and current in the case of capacitive circuit. As you know that in case of capacitive circuits, current leads voltage by some phase, and obviously if current is leading the voltage, then voltage will be behind the current by some of the time. So this is the time lag between them, means voltage is behind the current by this time here. So I think now this concept is clear about the capacitive resistive circuit. Now let's see next question that is asked. So next question, that is, we have a circuit containing 80 millihenry inductor and a 60 microfarad capacitor in series is connected to a 230 volt 50 hertz supply. So this circuit that is given, this is inductive capacitive circuit we have, means inductor and capacitor that are connected by some AC signal in series here. And the value of this inductor that is given 80 millihenry. Value of this capacitance, that is 60 microfarad we have. And for the supply given 230 volt 50 hertz. Then we have here the resistance in the circuit is negligible. Clear? So number of questions we have from this topic, that is, first is obtain the current, amplitude and RMS value. So to calculate the current, amplitude or RMS value of the voltage, so first of all we can just calculate what will be the RMS value of current here. So easily to calculate the RMS value of current, we need first impedance here again. So the impedance of the circuit for this, that is given by impedance is given in case of LCR, you know that is XL minus XC whole, or this is difference L. So obviously if resistance is negligible, then this will be this can be 0 here. So obviously this Z can be written by this Z minus XC. Clear? Now we can just put the value of this one and this. So value of this is omega L. We have value of reactance in capacitive circuit, that is 1 upon omega C. So value of omega, that can be written by this frequency, that is 2 pi f here. So this will be equal to 2 into 3.14 into f is 50 into the value of L, we have 80 millihenry. So 80 into 10 power minus 3 minus of 1 upon, here value of omega is again 2 into 10 to the power 1, sorry 3.14 into 50 into value of capacitance, that is 60 microfarad. So here we can write 60 into 10 to the power minus 6 here. And now we can solve it. That will provide you the value of impedance of this circuit. So if you will find out the value of incidence, that this is equal to, we have 8 pi or 8 into 3.14 minus of 1000 upon 6 into 10.14. So you can again solve it by yourself and you can find out what is the value of impedance in this circuit. Now we just find out impedance, then we can find out what is the current amplitude. Amplitude is that point where we are getting maximum value in the circuit. So maximum value of current, again we have to find out here. So maximum value, still I just told you this question before in case of inductive resistive circuit. So for maximum value of current, this is given by maximum value of voltage by impedance we have. So maximum value of voltage, you know that you can just find out is easily by Vrms into root 2 here. Clear? As Vrms is given by V0 by root 2, so you can find out easily, and Vrms in the circuit we have given, that is 230 volt upon Z. So value of Vrms is 230 volt, where this is root 2, and this value of Z that you can find out from here. So after solution we can find out what is the current amplitude in the case that is given to us. So that current amplitude is found out, that is equal to 11.63 ampere here. So this is the current that is flowing in the capacitive resistive circuit, and now we have to find out its RMS value also. So RMS value of current, this is given by I0 by root 2. So again if you will solve it by 1.014, so its value we obtained that 8.23 ampere. So this is the RMS value of current, and this is current amplitude. So whenever it is asked the peak value of current, current amplitude, maximum value of current, that is the same point. And also if it is asked average value of current, or RMS value, that are the same quantity here. So next question that we will discuss here, that is when an AC source is connected to an ideal capacitor, then so that the average power supplied to the source over a complete cycle is 0. So whether we have inductive or capacitive circuit, this question can be asked in the same manner, that here it is given that an AC source that is connected to an ideal capacitor. So here we are talking about only pure capacitive circuit, or simple you can talk also about the pure inductive circuit. Then we have to prove the average power over a complete cycle, that will be equal to 0. So as you know that the average power supplied to the AC circuit, that is defined or given by I RMS E RMS cos of phi. where phi is the angle between voltage and current. So we know that in case of inductive or capacitive circuit, the phase difference between voltage and current, that is equal to pi by 2. In case of inductive circuit, voltage is ahead by pi by 2 to the current, and in case of capacitive circuit, current leads the voltage by pi by 2. So basically, if you will say take the difference between that two, so obviously that difference will be equal to pi by 2 here. So if we will just put the value of cos phi is equal to cos pi by 2, then that value is 0. So it means that average power for any inductive circuit or for capacitive circuit, that will be equal to 0. Clear? Next question is that a lamp is connected in series with a capacitor. So suppose that it is given, we have any lamp that is connected in series with a capacitor. Okay? So this is the circuit we have, suppose that. Next thing is here, that is predict your observation when the system is connected first across a DC, then to an AC source. So first of all, here what will be effect on that bulb or lamp that we have connected with the capacitor, then if we are just applying any AC source or any DC source to this circuit, then what will be effect on the glow of that lamp. So basically, first of all, we will see the reactance of capacitive circuit. So reactance of capacitive circuit, that is Fc, and it is given by 1 upon mega C, or in place of mega we can write 2 pi f into C here. Now as we know that in case of DC circuit, as there is no oscillation in the circuit that is obtained, then definitely the frequency of the circuit, that will be 0. So it means that if frequency of DC source is 0, so F is for the DC first case, if we are talking about the DC case, so for DC F is equal to 0 here, and if F is equal to 0, then from here we can see that the reactance of the circuit, that is infinite here. So it means that infinite resistance or infinite reactance will be offered by the capacitor for any DC signal. It means that it will block the DC signal, no current will flow through the circuit, and if current will not flow through the circuit, then this lamp will not glow due to DC supply. Now let's see what will be the condition if we will take AC supply here. So for AC supply, as this is the reactance that is offered by the circuit, and suppose that if we are taking the source frequency that is very high, then if we will take high frequency, then definitely its reactance will be low here, as it is in denominator. So it means that for AC signal, obviously in AC signal there is oscillation, so for oscillating conditions we are getting frequency means in 1 second the number of oscillation, number of cycles done by the circuit, the signal, that is known as its frequency. So if the value of F is quite greater than, or whatever is the value, obviously here this reactance will be less. So for AC, if reactance is less, it means that current will flow easily through the capacitive circuit. So if the current will flow, then obviously this bulb or lamp will glow due to that flow of current. So in case of AC, this reactance is given by 2 pi Fc. So due to that, current will pass through the circuit, and obviously this bulb will glow. So in the another manner, obviously if you are seeing that for DC, this capacitive circuit blocks DC, and it easily allow to pass AC signals. So that types of circuit even we can use in to make the filter circuits. So I think now that is clear. So if the question is asked for the filter circuit, then the answers will be like that. Clear? Next question in this is that what happens in each case if the capacitance of the capacitor is reduced. So here the thing is given, if this capacitance is reduced, then what will be the impact on the glow of the bulb now? So in both of the cases, so now take first case of DC. So for DC, as F is equal to 0, then obviously its reactance will be 0. There will be no effect again for increment or decrement of the capacitance if we are using DC source. Means for any value of capacitance, for DC source, no current will pass through the capacitor, DC will be blocked, lamp will not glow. Clear? Second case, if we are talking about the AC, then for AC signal, obviously its reactance is depending on both of the factors, on its frequency or on its capacitance. So if capacitance will reduce, it means that this value is reduced, so obviously whole of the value will be greater. Denominator is lower, it means that values will be greater. So for greater value, circuit will offer high resistance. So if circuit will offer high reactance or resistance, then it means that the current that is passing through the circuit, that will reduce due to that, and due to reduction in current, the glow of the lamp, that will also be reduced. Clear? So this is a question, it's a basic question that is asked here. Next question is that a 10 volt 650 hertz source is connected to a series combination of L, C and R. So let's see that first. So here the value, first of all, it is given that we have 10 volt 650 hertz supply, and it is connected to a series LCR, where the value of R is given 100 ohm, value of C, that is given 10 microfarad, and value of L, this is equal to 0.15 Henry. So these things are given for question. Then find out the time in which resistance will get heated by 10 degrees Celsius. So here change in heat, delta theta, this is given 10 degrees Celsius. If thermal capacity of the material is 20 joule per degree Celsius. So as we know that thermal capacity of the material, that is given by M into S, where S is specific heat. So obviously specific heat, you know that is to change the heat required to change the temperature of any system by 1 degree Celsius of unit mass. So if we will take it for certain M mass, then that time it is known as heat capacity. So simple, if we will multiply in this, then we can find out heat capacity. So its value is also given, that is 20 joule per degree Celsius. Clear? So basically this data is given in our question. Our question is very simple. Whenever you know that in any circuit, if current is passing through it, then some of the voltage is dropped across that. Like if we are using resistors, then you know that due to resistance some of the voltage lost there, and that or some of the power is lost, and that power is appeared in form of heat. So we have to find out simple that due to, obviously it is given due to that heat, suppose the resistance gets heated by 10 degrees Celsius, then what is the time that is taken by the circuit to heat up to 10 degrees Celsius. So simple for that, first of all, let's calculate what is the value of current that is flowing through the circuit here. So we can find out average value of current by average value of voltage to the impedance of the circuit. Clear? And average value of the voltage that is given in our question, that is already 10 volt. So this is 10, and this can be calculated by R square plus, as this is LCR circuit, is impedance is given by this omega L minus 1 upon omega C whole square. Okay? And now if we will put values here, then after this is 10, this is upon 596.82 ohm. And again if we will solve it, then its value is obtained, this value, sorry here, 0.0168 ampere. Now we have calculated if I average, then this average current is flowing through the circuit due to this average voltage, then obviously if this current will pass through the resistor, then there will be loss in the some of the power will be lost there. So that power, how we can calculate, that is I square R into T. So suppose in T time that power is lost, then we can calculate what is the power, that is I square R into T. This is equal to the heat produced in the system through due to that resistor gets heated by 10 degrees Celsius. So heat produced in system, that can be given by ms delta theta. Clear? So with the help of this equation, now we can find out what is the time taken by the system to be heated by 10 degrees Celsius. So T will be equal to here, that is ms delta theta divided by IV square into R. Now we have all the values, value of ms, value of delta theta here, value of IV we have just calculated it, and value of R that is given. So if we will use all the data, that the values that is obtained 708.6 seconds. So this is the answer. In this second, the resistor will be heated by 10 degrees Celsius. So next question is that a resistor of 400 ohm, an inductor of 5 by 5 Henry and capacitor of 50 by 5 microfarad are connected in series across a source of alternating voltage that is given. So let's first of all write the data here. So first data is R is equal to 400 ohm we have. Second is the value of inductance that is given to us. This value is 5 by 5 B. Value of capacitance is 50 by 5 microfarad. And alternating voltage that is given to us, this is V is equal to V0, 140 sine 100 pi into T. Now we have to find out what will be the average or RMS value of voltage across the resistor, capacitor and inductor. So first of all let's find that. After that I will tell you the next question. So for this first let's find what is the value of current that is flowing through the circuit. So value of current that is I average that is given by E average upon Z. So Z is R square plus omega L minus 1 upon omega C whole square, and E average that can be calculated by E0 by root 2. So from this expression we can see the value of E0 is given, that is 140. So you can compare this equation by V is equal to V0 sine omega t. So from there V0 value is just, or E0 you can also write it. So that is equal to 140 and omega is 100 pi. So just use that values here, and after using it we can just you first of all just write it by E0 by root 2 divided by this whole term R square plus omega L minus omega C whole square, and if you will solve it, then its value is obtained 0.2 ampere. Now we have just calculated the value of I RMS or I average. Then we can find out first what is the RMS voltage across resistor. So across resistor RMS voltage that is given by I average or I RMS, both of the things. If you are confused, then I RMS you can write it. So I RMS into R, simple I into R. So if you will solve it, then its value is obtained, that is equal to 80 volts. Second, we have to calculate VRMS across L. So across L, if you will calculate, then this is equal to reactance of the circuit, that is XL, or in place of XL we can write omega L here. So if you will solve it, then we will obtain this is 100 volt. All the values you have already, value of IRMS, value of omega that is 100 pi, and value of L that is given. Next, third, VRMS. capacitive circuit, again this will be equal to IRMS into this reactance of the capacitive circuit, that is 1 upon omega c. So after solution its value will be obtained, that is 40 volt we have. So this is the our question. We have to calculate the voltages across resistor, capacitor and inductor individually. So if this is clear, then I think number of questions we have seen. So next in next class we will see the questions on electromagnetic wave, and today I think as we have solved all the questions that is asked in your examination with AC circuit chapter, like AC generators, LCR circuit, instantaneous current and voltage. So number of things we have discussed. So today let's end it here. In next class we will discuss electromagnetic wave and its questions that is asked previously in your board examination.